Found a box beneath my bed, covered up in dust and time. Old train tickets, coffee stains, and a photograph of you and I. Your hair caught in the autumn wind, my arm hanging by your side. Funny how a frozen moment can still feel so alive. We thought we'd stay the same forever. We never asked where time would go. Now you're just a faded Polaroid, yellow edges worn and torn, a little piece of yesterday from a world that's disappeared. And every time the rain comes down against my window in the dark, I hear echoes of your laughter, like a song I can't forget. The cafe on the corner closed, the station changed its name. The city kept on moving forward, but some memories remain. I don't miss you every day, like I thought I always would. But sometimes in the quiet hours, I miss the way life felt with you. We were young enough to believe nothing beautiful could end. Now you're just a faded Polaroid, yellow edges worn and torn, a little piece of yesterday from a world that's disappeared. And every time the rain comes down against my window in the dark, I hear echoes of your laughter, like a song I can't forget. Maybe love was never meant to last forever in our hands. Maybe some things only exist to teach us who we are. Now you're just a faded Polaroid, hidden in a wooden drawer. But every time I look at you, the room feels warmer than before. And though the years have carried us far beyond that younger life, somewhere in that photograph, we're still standing side by side. Just a faded Polaroid, but God, we looked so alive. There's a sweater in my drawer, folded neat and out of sight. Haven't worn it for a while, still couldn't throw it out tonight. The sleeves are slightly worn away, the color's not the same, but every thread still pulls me back to the sound of your name. Funny how a piece of fabric can hold 1,000 afternoons. There's a sweater in my drawer and a shadow at my door. Little things I never noticed till you weren't here anymore. I don't need it when it's cold, I don't wear it like before, but somehow I keep holding on to the sweater in my drawer. Winter came The city's filled with different faces and different versions of my songs. I thought time would clear the shelves of everything we used to be, but some things stay exactly where you left them, next to me. Maybe healing isn't losing every trace of what was real. There's a sweater in my drawer and a shadow at my door. Little things I never noticed till you weren't here anymore. I don't need it when it's cold, I don't wear it like before, but somehow I keep holding on to the sweater in my drawer. Stop caring, but because it's okay. There's a sweater in my drawer, soft as evenings long ago, holding all the silent moments only both of us would know. And though the sun has disappeared and the years have changed us both, every stitch still whispers softly of a life I used to hold. There's a sweater in my drawer, and I think I'll leave it there. Walked into that little cafe just to get in from the cold. Same old records on the speakers, same cracked floorboards made of oak. By the window sat an empty chair where you used to steal my fries. Funny how a place remembers what the years try to hide. How Sally's were falling slowly, like they always used to do. Autumn coffee fading, daylight steam rising between my hands. For a second I could almost see you sitting where you used to stand. The city's older, so am I, but some feelings never leave. They just settle like the amber light in an autumn evening. Someone else was by the counter, laughing like we used to laugh. I caught myself turning around like I was expecting your voice back. But memories are strange companions. They arrive and disappear, like reflections in the window when another train draws near. Maybe that's the way it happens. Nothing stays, but nothing's gone. Autumn coffee fading, daylight steam rising between my hands. For a second I could almost see you sitting where you used to stand. The city's older, so am I, but some quiet evening, shadows stretching down the street. For a moment, all the years between us felt impossibly thin. Then the door closed softly behind me, and the sky turned deep and gold, leaving only coffee and the memory of a story once told. The cup is empty now, but the warmth remains.
It started with a summer storm, the kind that comes without a warning. You grabbed my hand and pulled me out, laughing as the sky kept pouring. We ran past shutter storefront lights and puddles shining like a screen. The whole city blurred around us like a half-remembered dream. No umbrellas, no direction, just the sound of our shoes on the street. We were two kids in the rain, thinking we could stay that way, running through a borrowed evening, trying not to waste a single minute. Nothing figured out yet, nothing waiting but tomorrow, but somehow that was everything. We were two kids in the rain. The bus we missed kept moving on, but neither one of us complained. You said sometimes getting lost was just another word for living. The neon signs reflected gold across the rivers on the road, and for a little while the world was smaller than the space we shared. We didn't know how fast time moved, and maybe that was why we smiled. We were two kids in the rain, thinking we could stay that way, running through a borrowed evening, trying not to waste a single minute. Nothing figured out yet, nothing waiting but tomorrow, but somehow that was everything. We were two kids in the rain. If I could keep one memory untouched, safe from all the years that came after, it wouldn't be the last goodbye, it would be your laughter, echoing beneath the storm clouds, like the world had just begun. We were two kids in the rain, young enough to trust the night. Every street a new adventure, every at the bus stop, cold like falling on the road. A few strangers checking their phones while the city headed home. A bus arrived, the door swung wide. People vanished into the night. I watched the windows drift away like little pieces of another life. Funny how a crowded street can make you feel alone. At a bus stop at 11 p.m. waiting for a ride that isn't you. Watching headlights paint the pavement, then disappear from view. I used to text you when I got home, just a simple made it safe. Now the words still cross my mind with nowhere left to go. The convenience store across the street still glows the way it always did. The owner changed, the signs got new, but some nights refuse to shift. A couple laughed beneath an umbrella, running toward the final bus. And for a second I remembered how the world once looked to us. Time moves quietly through a city, leaving fingerprints behind. At a bus stop at 11 p.m. waiting for a ride that isn't you. Watching headlights paint the pavement, then disappear from view. I used to text you when I got home, just a simple made it safe. Now the words still cross my mind with nowhere left to go. Maybe love doesn't leave all at once. Maybe it fades like distant traffic, a little softer every year, until one night you realize you're no longer waiting. At a bus stop at 11 p.m. the last bus finally arrives. The doors open like an ending, and I step inside. Outside the window, city lights blur into a silver stream, carrying all the things we were further down the road. 11 p.m. The bus keeps moving, and so do I. Found your voice inside my phone, buried under years of dust. A 30-second message left on an ordinary month. You said you might be running late, the traffic's bad downtown, and could I wait a little longer before heading out? Nothing poetic, nothing meant to last. It's the last voice message I never could erase. Just your laughter in the background, and the way you say my name. No goodbye, no final chapter, no wisdom left behind. Just a moment from a Tuesday, frozen somewhere in time. I press play again this evening as the city dimmed to blue, and suddenly the room was filled with a version of you.
the memory I've rewritten, not the ghost I've learned to keep. Just your voice exactly as it was, simple and complete. Funny how a few small seconds can survive 1,000 nights. It's the last voice message I never could erase. Just your laughter in the background and the way you say my name. No goodbye, no final chapter, no wisdom left behind. Just a moment from a Tuesday, frozen somewhere in time. I always thought the hardest part would be forgetting your face. The faces blur like photographs. It's the sound of someone existing that never really fades. The breath between your words, the pause before you speak, the little things no camera keeps. It's the last voice message still glowing on my screen, the doorway to an ordinary day that now feels like a dream. And though I know I should delete it and finally let it go, some nights I press play one more time just to hear you say hello. Hey, I'm almost there. Message saved.
Driving through the city lights, same road I've taken for years. The radio's playing something old, half forgotten to my ears. Red lights hanging in the distance, neon washing over glass. Everything feels strangely normal except for who I'm driving past. I don't reach for my phone anymore when something makes me smile. There's an empty passenger seat where you used to lean your head, talking about nothing important on the long way home instead. The city's moving all around me like it always used to be, but some roads still feel different with an empty passenger seat. The bridge we crossed each night when the river caught the moon. You always rolled the window down even when it got too cold. And I can almost hear you laughing at some joke I've long forgot. Funny what survives the years and what does not. Some memories fade like old street signs, others stay lit empty passenger seat. It's not that I still wait for you or wish the story changed. I've simply learned that certain absences become part of the landscape, like a building that's been gone for years, yet everyone remembers where it stood. There's an empty passenger seat, and somehow that's okay. Life kept writing newer chapters, turning every page. Still sometimes when the traffic slows and the skyline meets the dark, I glance beside me for a second, out of habit, not because my heart is lost. The light turns green, the road goes on. There's a plant upon the windowsill, catching fragments of the sun. The pot is chipped along the edge from years of being moved around. You bought it from a market stand on a quiet Sunday walk. Said every room needs something living, just to soften up the walls. Back then we thought growing old was something far away. Flowers on the windowsill, leaning toward the afternoon. Some are blooming, some are fading, just like everything we knew. The seasons never ask permission, they arrive and disappear, leaving little signs of change, almost too small to hear. I still water them on weekends, though I sometimes miss a day. A few petals dropped this winter, and I swept them all away. Funny how I never noticed how much time had passed us by, until I saw new leaves emerging beside the ones that died. Nothing stays exactly as it was, not the flowers, not the view. Flowers on the windowsill, leaning toward the afternoon. Some are blooming, some are fading, just like everything we knew. The seasons never ask permission, they arrive and disappear, leaving little signs of change, almost too small to hear. Maybe love is less like lightning and more like a garden in the rain, quietly becoming something else before you know it's changed. Flowers on the windowsill, golden in the evening light. Some memories keep unfolding even after saying goodbye. And though the room is different now than it was a few years ago, life still finds a way to blossom in places we don't know. The sun slips through the window, and the flowers keep growing. sit inside a few city blocks, a coffee shop, a riverside bench, and a corner where we'd always stop. We didn't need much more than that, just a little time to spare. Funny how the smallest places can hold entire years. Back then the horizon felt closer, and every road led somewhere familiar. We were a small world, a universe of borrowed days, a handful of streets and conversations that somehow felt endless. The city stretched beyond us, but we never seemed to care, because everything that mattered was already there. So much bigger, new faces, different towns, more places than I ever dreamed of, more reasons to leave the house. But sometimes I miss the simplicity of knowing where I'd be, because wherever you were going felt enough for me. It's strange what distance teaches, long after people of borrowed days, a handful of streets and conversations that somehow felt endless. The city stretched beyond us, but we never seemed to care, because everything that mattered was already there. Was already there. That's what love becomes after all the years are gone. Not a person, not a promise, but a place inside your memory where the light stays on. We were a small world, and for a little while it shined bright enough to make it on. A coffee shop, a riverside bench, a city at dusk, and us. I walk past our old neighborhood on a quiet Sunday afternoon. The bakery's gone, the paint is changed, and somebody else lives in that room. The streets don't look the way they did. The years have had their say, but every corner still remembers a version of yesterday. Time takes almost everything, yet somehow leaves the feeling you felt like home. Not a place I owned, not a promise meant forever, just somewhere I belong. And though the doors are closed now and the lights have all moved on, when I think of where my heart was safe, you still come along. I've met new people since those days, built new stories of my own, learned that life keeps opening windows after others have been closed. And I don't carry sadness now the way I a color I once knew. Some things leave and some things stay in quieter forms. You felt like home, not a place I owned, not a promise meant forever, just somewhere I belonged. And though the doors are closed now and the lights have all moved on, when I think of where my heart was safe, you still come along. Maybe that's enough. Not every story needs another ending. Not every road leads back. Some people arrive, change the shape of your world, and leave behind a light that never really fades. You felt like home, and I think that's what remains. Not the photographs or phone calls, not the memories by name, just the quiet